had to make sure I did that one loud enough so everyone could hear it. Well, especially those two cameras that are both up there. Anyways, guys, welcome back to another episode of Finding Podcast. I was about to say Finding Gratitude. I am your host, Miguel Gutierrez, and I hope everyone's having a lovely day or night, whatever time it may be that you're listening to this. Now, man, that the weather's been absolutely insane. We've had rain literally every single day for the past maybe 10 days now. We did get some sun though, maybe like 2 days ago. So there's been a break of the rain for a little bit and the sun, but the weather's still crazy, man. It just started to rain today. Sorry, not today. It just started to rain now, and it was also like thundering or lightning. Not too sure. I think a bit of both. And yeah, it's just pouring down now, and I'm hoping that it would kind of slow down and hopefully stop so I can get home. But man, what a week it's been. What a week it's been. I don't have any podcasts recorded to update, so I'm actually not in advance anymore like how I was before. So today is Monday. Podcast will be going live tomorrow. So this is how I actually started. I have also changed the camera angles. So I've I made this camera more in the middle and more tighter, I guess, because we were getting all the couch, but it was just me. So I guess like if I do have a guest, I'll probably do, full couch. But when it's just me, it's this shot. And yeah, and that camera has been now that one is the tighter shot. So hello over there. That's yeah, that is a tighter shot. I think that's got a 85 mil on it. And also I do have some cuts. I don't know if you can see it on that camera, but you can see it on that camera. Got some cuts above my nose and my eye. My left eye is a bit bruised. Didn't get into a punch or anything. It's just I was at the gym today, and yeah, I was patting Viv's dog. I can't remember the name of the dog now, but the dog went for my hat and like tried to bite my hat, and it kind of got my face instead. So I think it was playing like "Got Your Nose" with me, like like when you used to play with kids. I mean, you can still do it with kids, and you're like, "Got your nose." Got your nose. Well, that's pretty much what the dog did to me, and try to take out my nose. Nah, he just. I'm pretty sure he tried to bite on me hat and kind of got me nose a little bit, but he didn't bite my eye. But obviously, his nose would have just hit my eye, and that's why it's a bit bruised. So I'm gonna go to the doctor's tomorrow. Maybe I have to go get a shot, like a tetanus shot. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. The cuts, like it doesn't look deep. I feel perfectly fine. I don't feel bad or anything at all. So I mean, I'm actually kind of excited to see how this bad boy is gonna heal with the stuff that I've kind of been reconnecting with. I guess. Hey, reconnecting is probably a good word because kind of knew it, and then I got I just remember what I knew. I hope that the audio actually picks up pretty good. You might be able to hear the rain because the rain is fucking loud, man. The rain is fucking loud. Now I have a lot of written down for today's episode. I'm not gonna lie, but I guess like I always do. Look, I'm just gonna recap out of my week and trying to teach you guys what I've learned throughout the week and the ways that I've been finding gratitude, I guess, towards the situations that come up in life, and might be able to help myself by re-listening, by re-watching this, and maybe able to help one of you guys as well. So, man, last week on Sunday, I had a drop-in session with my friend Lenny, which she was in podcast number 7, maybe, or number 8 of Finding Gratitude. I can't remember now. I think this is episode 10. So last week was Goran, and the week before, yeah. So I think it's episode 7, but don't hold me to that. But yeah, so I had a drop-in session. So she's based in Queensland, so we did it through Zoom, and we pretty much jumped into like, so I guess we spoke for like 5-10 minutes about about things that have been going on in my mind, I guess, or like questions or what's been troubling me and whatnot. And then we dropped into a guided meditation, and man, the shit that went down. I gotta tell you, fuck. Man, I probably should have recorded like literally the next day or like hours after it all happened, because my memory's not so good and I tend to forget a lot of stuff. So hopefully, me writing notes, yeah, like I kind of remember, because I always forget a lot of stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie, I forget a lot of stuff. That actually reminds me. I had a call with my mate a couple of days ago, Nick, and I'm like, oh yeah, last night we were hanging out with this person. Oh, and wait, were you there? And he's like, bruh, I was definitely there. And I'm just like, oh shit, my memory's so bad that I forgot that I had just seen you. And he's like, bruh, that was like 14 hours ago. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, my memory is really really bad. I just forget, and I don't know if it's because I want to forget, because the past is, I don't want to be holding on to the past, or if it's actually something not right with my memory or with my brain. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's because I just don't want to hold on to the past. Like, I don't see a reason why we should just be holding on to the past. But anyways, going back to what I was talking about before. So yeah, last Sunday I had a dropping sesh over Zoom with my friend Lenny, and we did some guided meditation, and through the guided meditation, oh man, so I I ended up in a place which was like the rainforest. So I was meditating. She was guiding me where to go and what to see and stuff. Well, I don't think she was guiding me on what to see, but I guess she was just, trying to get the words from me. So to be like, imagine of a place of this, this, that, and I ended up being in a rainforest, right? Surrounded by green. Like, all I could see, like literally while I was meditating, all I could see with my eyes closed, all I could see was just green everywhere. So it literally felt like a rainforest. I could see like the trunks of the trees, like like brown but green. Like, green was just overpowering everywhere. Like on the floor, grass, green. Up in the sky, long ass trees with like branches and leaves. Everything was just green. So I found myself in a place that was like a rainforest. You know what I mean? Like out in nature. And then continuing on with the guided meditation. I'm not 100% sure if this is correct, but Lenny would have been like, try to look at the love from your heart and then follow it to a part of your body to see where it goes to, so, or where it leads to. So as I was doing that, I could see like at first I just saw a burst of rainbow colors out of my chest. So just a burst of rainbow colors out of my chest, and like, or maybe just radiating out of my chest, and then it just went into like a yellow but white, like pure light. Like I just could. I guess the way that I could explain it is, if you've seen Iron Man, you know how Iron Man's got the big ass circle in the middle and that's always lit up. It just looked like that when I would look down into my heart, massive ring of light, and it was just white. And then when I try to imagine where where would, or when I try to follow it to see like which part of my body will continue on, thinking about where the love would go, it went straight to my hands. So my hands started to glow in this white yellowish color, and then and there, like all I could see was just me being in this rainforest and just having people, or even just having one person in front of me, and then me touching the person's shoulder. And what I could see and feel was like as if the love from my hands was transmitting into the other person's body. And then I was doing that or like, I could see that for a little bit, and then Lenny just asked me how I was feeling, and then I kind of just started laughing, man. Like I just had, there was just something inside of me that felt so good. Like you have no idea the way that I was feeling. Like I was just feeling this like euphoric feeling of just love. And then I just had to laugh, man. Like I literally just started laughing and I was just like, oh shit, like I like too many emotions coming like started coming to play, like fuck, I'm not laughing at anything. It's just like this is how my body just needed to react. And then I was just like, wow, that shit was crazy. Um but yeah, like man, it was beautiful, bro. Like the place that I went to, and I could just feel the love from my heart going into my hands, and then going into other people. I just felt so good, and then I just started laughing. Hey, I was laughing because that's how my body felt. Like I was so connected, like mind, body, and heart were so connected. I guess that would be like, being in heart coherence. Yes, I was in heart coherence at that point. And the only emotion that I wanted to get out was laughter. And bro, that was a beautiful, beautiful experience that I had. And it just brought so much awareness, like even self awareness and just remembering and thinking about this stuff. And yeah, afterward, like after it, and then just realizing now that there's a place that I imagined, and now that I know that it's there, and I can come and I can go back to it anytime. It's just fucking beautiful, man. So like, I started doing some work in the morning, like actual, not like physical work or labor or working for money, like I guess internal work. But yeah, like now when I meditate, I can go to this rainforest where I'm surrounded by trees. And you know why I think I went to a rainforest? It's because when I've taken psychedelics in the past, and I've been out in nature, every single time I could just feel the love coming from nature, so the trees and the plants, just everything. And it just feels like the love is being, like, they're sending me love. So I guess that's why I kind of went into a rainforest, because I feel at home there, because everything around me is just loving awareness in a sense. And just being surrounded by loving awareness, fucking, of course, is going to make me feel good. And then I feel that good that all I want to do is share my love with people. That's why my hand is there on people. Like, that's why I could just imagine my hand on people's shoulders, because I just feel so much love that I want to share with everyone. Fuck. I've literally just had that realization right there, right now. But essentially, that's it, man. Like, so much love going in me. I want to share with other people, and I want to help people, so then they can see it and they know that it's available. That oh man, once they start loving life, fuck, amazing things would happen, man. Synchronicity, just man, heart coherence. Oh my god, fuck. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Like, I gotta make sure I follow through. So yeah, so that was on Sunday, man. So Sunday I had that wonderful experience where I went into the rainforest. I could just feel all the love, and I just wanted to share it with everyone. And after the session with Lenny, she sent me an email with some routines, like exercises to do in the morning. And I guess I'll go over them with you, right? So the exercise, or the routines that I've been doing in the morning, is, when I wake up. And I'm not just doing this in the morning. I'm doing this throughout the day. I'm gonna actually set up an alarm, maybe for every single hour that I'm awake, to remind me to just do the work. Because when you start to see like the synchronicity of things, or like things that just are coincidences, but it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I can't believe this is happening. You just want to keep doing it. So I'm gonna probably set up. I'm definitely gonna do it, man. I'm gonna start setting up an alarm on my phone to make sure that I'm, at least reminding myself. I'm not gonna drop into meditation, but at least just remembering myself that, hey, this, and just by creating those thoughts in my head, everything is changing on a molecule structure in a sense, man, because having heart coherence and getting everything aligned, work together, uh, amazing things would happen, man. So yeah, so the routines that I'm doing now is, so I would tell myself, I was telling myself this in the mirror because that's what the routine said to do. So, go in front of a mirror and just be like, I also like to do some breath work in the morning as well. So to get me in, I guess, into a more heart coherence. I know I'm using this word a lot, but into just a more rhythmic field or flow, a more rhythmic flow between my mind and my body. So I do some breath work, like 4 minutes, maybe just 2 rounds, and then yeah, I'll go in front of a mirror and it'll be like, and then I'll just repeat these things, right? I believe and trust in myself. I believe and trust in my path. I believe and trust in my passion. I believe and trust in the universe. I love myself and I love you. And then I just repeat those things, right? But I try to be in almost like a flow state, like in a state where you just feel all the love and gratitude coming from your heart. So you just find yourself perfectly aligned. And yeah, so I say those things, and I'm doing those, and I'm saying those things now, not just in the morning. I'm doing it throughout the whole day, and just remembering to just trust myself and trust the universe, because I feel like that's something that I've kind of forgotten. Like, I guess, through time, like me, you, everyone would go through this. Like we kind of go in cycles, in a sense. And what I mean by that is that, like, we'll watch something and it gets us inspired, and then we're like, yeah, it Jesus up. So we do that for like a month, 2 months, maybe build it up to 6 months, maybe build it up to a year, 2 years. But then through time, like, you just forget. And that happens to me a lot, I guess. Um, but then, having one experience that makes you remember all this, and you're just like, holy shit, what? Yeah, so just remembering that all that, it's like I've learned before and I know it. You know that, like, by doing things like this, you're going to see greater change within yourself. Yeah, and by me repeating these things, and especially looking in the mirror, I guess that's got some sort of power, just looking at yourself and just truly trying to feel those thoughts that you're saying, and like staying true to yourself and actually meaning what you're meaning. It's made me like it's made me realize, or it's made me remember, that by me putting myself in that state of being throughout the day, I'm allowing for that type of vibrations, or that frequency, or even that reality to present itself for me. And all I need to do is like step into that. And by me thinking of that, it reminded me of Dr. Joe Dispenza and about tapping into the field. And oh my God, remembering that has been fucking amazing. Remembering that has been fucking amazing. I forgot about Dr. Joe Dispenza, man. I probably saw him on a podcast maybe 3 to 4 years ago. Maybe it was on AMP or Remarkers podcast. I definitely highly recommend, if you like my kind of content, the stuff that I talk about, psychedelics, um, and all that type of things. I mean, I feel like everyone nowadays is aware, or I guess the paradigm shift has definitely started, and more people are more awake. They're more woke, in a sense that they know that there's more than science, physics, and they're just trying to bridge the whole spirituality with physics, which now we've got the quantum physics. No, sorry, which now we've got quantum physics, that it's fucking crazy. the way energy works and stuff like that. So we're trying to combine them together. So people nowadays are just more aware of this. So yeah. So like I said, it reminded me of Joe Dispenza, and by me thinking about Joe Dispenza, it made me rewatch his videos. So I'm coming aware again of all the stuff that he talks about. Again, I would recommend Dr. Joe's Dispenza. Search him up. Oh my god, there's a lot of content out there. I'm just going through my points. So remembering everything that I knew, even before when I used to trip. But yeah, so by doing the work, going through that guided meditation on Sunday, and then starting to follow that routine. But yeah, so it reminded me of when I even used to trip on like mushies, man. So like psilocybin, psychedelics and stuff. So, and it's crazy because I didn't know of Joe Dispenza back when I first started psychedelics. Like all I knew was music, and through music, uh, there was a band. Oh no, it wasn't a band. There was a group. There was a group of rap artists, hip hop artists from Brooklyn, New York, called Pro Era. Shout out Pro Era. Joey Badass is part of that. If you've heard of Joey Badass before, um, so I think it would have been maybe 2012 where we first listened to Joey Badass, and then from then, it led us to Pro Era, which is a collective from there's a few of them, which then lead us to Underachievers and Flatbush Zombies, and Pro Era, Capital Steez, shout out Capital Steez, R.I.P. as well. They would always talk about 47, 4 and 7, which is the fourth and seventh chakra. So by me listening to this rap group and understanding more of what 47 meant, because obviously I would use Google to find out what do they mean by when they say 47 in the songs. And then I found out that Capital Steez was hip spiritual, and he would know that combining the fourth and seventh chakra, or just using those chakras to be able to create your future in a way. So by me listening to this music, I created this idea in my head. This is back in 2014 now, probably when I first took psychedelics. I'm trying to think, when did I move? 2014, 15, 16. So it might have actually been in 2013. So 2012 got put onto this group, Pro Era, and then also the collective of Beast Coast, which is all three that I just mentioned before. And then through 2013, 2014, I started to take psychedelics, especially psilocybin. And yeah, I came up with this idea from listening to this artist that if I could combine my thoughts, so my brain with my heart, and if I could be in a meditative state where essentially I'm in heart coherence, like this is the stuff that I didn't even know. Now, I should probably write down, or I should probably let you guys know what heart coherence means for the people out there. So it just means that mind and emotions are working harmoniously. There's more to it as well. Optimal order and harmony in both our psychological, mental and emotional, and physiological processes. So physical, right? So it's just pretty much that working together. Like I said, mind and heart working together and being in a meditative state where like I'm all I can think of is just love. And by being in that state, I was kind of like, tapping into this field where I'm starting to create this reality. And yeah, like me, by me doing the work on the Sunday, by doing the drop-in session, and then me remembering of, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and then I was like, fuck, tapping into the field. It reminded me that I was doing the work back in 2013 and back in 2014, even before I even knew what the fuck I was doing. And I feel like I was just doing that because I was so in tune with myself in a way, or I would always be trusting my gut, or I was just more in line with the universe. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe I was just very, what's that word? I was very intuitive. Like it was just my intuition saying, try this and do this, and then I did, and it's crazy because things did happen, man. Things did happen where like coincidences, synchronicities started happening back like when I started to do the work. Like I'm pretty sure as well, I somehow managed to find someone that I actually ended up going out with. So kind of like projected my love into something else because at that period of time I was living in a house, or in 2014 I think is when we moved. I was living in a house with four other people, I think, and one of them were a couple, both of my mates. And just by seeing them loving each other every single day, I was kind of like, hey, I feel like I want that too. So I remember putting in the work. I remember taking psychedelics, trying to focus my mind and my heart together in a meditative state and try to picture a future of myself with someone. And then, bro, a couple weeks later, boom, I met this girl on a bus that she was she did work with she was working in the same company that I was working at, but I've never actually seen her. Like she's like, yeah, like we've worked together for like 2 months, and I'm like, fuck, I've never actually like even paid attention to you, but boom, here you are in the same bus, and the rest is history. Yeah, and like my next topic to talk about was stepping into the field, and yeah, man, like remembering that there's this field out there, bro. There's this field of possibilities out there, and when you are in tune with yourself, you can create anything. And stepping into the field, stepping into your future reality, it's fucking amazing. But yeah, I don't know. Why did I even write stepping into the field as a point? Like, do I have much more to talk about in that? I don't know. And just like, bro, on Monday, so Sunday I did the practice. By Monday, sorry, on Sunday I did the dropping session. On Monday I started to do the work, and from Monday afternoon, bro, like just Sunday night started watching Dr. Joe Dispenza. Monday night, Monday morning, Monday afternoon, just started watching so much Joe Dispenza. I started to get so inspired, bro. I just started to get so inspired. I'm like, fuck, look, I'm doing this podcast. I guess as well, right? It's because by me doing my routines where I'm like, I trust myself, I trust and believe in myself, I trust and believe in my passion, I trust and believe in my path, I trust and believe in the universe. Just by me, going into that and repeating that to myself, I just became so inspired to create even more stuff. And I just was like, look, I'm fucking making this podcast. Like, I can talk about this and reach the people, I guess, that watch this and the future people that'll watch this and be like, fuck, I can help people in a way by me talking about what someone has already done and has proven to work, and I can just share it. I can even, write a document which I can send out to even like, man, so many ideas started to happen. Like I want to maybe even write, like not a guide, but some sort of Word document where I can send it out to people that are going through cancer in a sense, or the people that are going through chemotherapy, because I have been there and I know the stuff, I guess, that they'll be feeling. So if I can write down a document where it's essentially like a practice, a routine that they can do and say and work on themselves every morning, um, which could help them, which will help them, as long as they fucking believe in the work and they put in the work, it will help you, and it will help everyone, man. Oh man, I my my dot point actually just says inspired to create more content that can help people feel the same. And again, that goes back to me, like that, like the feeling or the realization that I had when I was in that rainforest and I just felt all the love coming in from nature and me loving it so much that all I wanted to do was share it with everyone. And that's what I've been inspired to do in a sense, man. Like I know that this stuff works, and I know that when you go into heart coherence, your life is going to become so much better. So let me help you and teach it to you. So that's what I've been inspired to do. So I'm going to spend some time maybe throughout the week, to just write on documents, write on stuff, just create, I guess, more content based around how when you start to love your life, amazing things will happen. Like I cannot say it in a better way. Literally. Crazy shit. And by me watching and consuming Joe Dispenza's videos and his talks as well, it also made me realize because he does talk about it, when once you love your life like so much, once you're just living in love, you don't care about possessions, man. And then it kind of reminded me of, my first podcast, first two episodes, I think I talk about how I used to before always wanted to wear branded stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would buy shoes, make sure I'm buying tees, buy like branded shit, make sure I was wearing, it was just clothes. You know what I mean? I made sure that clothes, I was buying branded shit. And then now I don't, man. I literally just wear active, active wear, active gear every single day because most of the time, 6 days a week, I've been kind of slacking off a little bit lately, but I train pretty much 6 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week. So I'm always just wearing this. And I can't remember the last time I bought something like that was branded. It's been a while. I guess it would be in the shoes that I bought maybe 3 years ago now. And I can't believe I spent like $600 on shoes. But man, that's not even that my expensive shoes. But yeah, like it made me realize that like I don't care about these material things or about possessions anymore because when you love life, like you're just happy with everything and anything that you have and anything that you wear, I guess. Like, and that's why you don't need to get the expensive things because you don't need approval from other people. You don't need to wear that so you can fit into this type of society or this group of friends that are gonna accept you because I just love myself way too much to even care about what other people are gonna think of me in a way. And yeah, been having so many realizations this fucking past week. I'm not gonna lie, so many realizations, and most of the things have just been me remembering things and just being like, "Fuck, that is so true. Fuck, that is so true." And 2 days ago, I had this thought come to me while I was practicing meditation, and the thought came, and it was like, remember when you ate 7 grams of mushies at this doof, and you asked the mushy god, essentially, I asked the mushy god, like, show me something I've never seen before. Like, take me somewhere. Like, I've taken, like 5 grams, I've taken 3 grams, like so many times that I want to like break from this reality in a sense. And bruh, and I remember saying like, show me something I've never seen before. And thinking about it now, like, fuck, it's probably showing me that. Like, and then, bro, like that was in September when I went to this festival. By January, I had found out I had cancer. So it's like, hey, is it the mushies like trying to tell me something? It's like, hey, you know what? You asked us to show you something you've never seen before. Like you're kind of asking to, you're asking. I'm kind of asking them to prove them. I don't know if it's prove themselves, but it's like me saying to the shrooms, like, I don't trust. Oh, no, it's not even that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just trying to think about it out loud now, but I don't think it's like that. Yeah, I was just like, hey, show me something I've never seen before. And then the mushes were like, okay, maybe, you need to go through, experiences so you can learn those things. And then I went, I guess, through cancer and then understanding that through love and gratitude, bruh, amazing things can happen, and it, yeah. So I had that thought the other day while I was meditating, and I was like, fuck, like you did tell the shrooms, when you took those 7 grams, to show you something you'd never seen before, and they did. They showed me that no matter what happens, as long as there's love inside your heart, you're gonna be okay. Fuck, and just thinking about that just makes me like tear up a little bit. Because that's the truth, man. Wow. Fucking gotta love psilocybin, man. Gotta love Mother Nature. Gotta love fucking plant medicines, man. They're here to teach us so much. Wow. And then also by consuming Dr. Joe Dispenza's videos and audios and meditations and whatever it may be that I have, I came to the conclusion. He says it as well heaps of times, man. You gotta stop living in the past. Like that's one of the things that he's trying to teach you through the meditations. That because emotions, our emotions are attached to the past, and if we can let go of the past, all those emotions will go with it. And then if we can let go of the past and of those emotions, you're going to be able to create from love. Right? Because when you're in heart coherence, I've said this before plenty of times, and watch Joe Dispenza stuff, man. I'm still consuming it. I'm learning more. Some sure future episodes, I'm gonna be able to talk so much more about it and more clearly, and I guess gonna be able to articulate better sentences that you're gonna be able to understand, and it's gonna make you be like, oh shit, yeah, that actually sounds like it may work. But yeah, like we need to stop living in the past. And we need to stop holding on to those emotions. So once we let go of the past and those emotions, and we don't have any anger, like any negative emotions anymore. Like once we get rid of once we get rid of all that, especially by doing the work like meditations in the morning, right? The only thing that's going to be left there is love and gratitude. And from that love and gratitude, you're going to be able to create a better, like just anything actually. I was going to say a better version of yourself, but you can essentially create anything from being in that state. But yeah, so I should also let you guys know that I am creating a Google Drive. I might put it down in the description down below with a link. I'm going to create a Google Drive. I'm starting to piece together and get all this Joe Dispenza's work out there. So meditations, videos. I'm trying to get as much stuff as I can, and I'm going to create a Google Drive. I'm going to link the Google Drive below. It might be a private folder, so she's going to ask you to send a request. And if I see that you're legit, I will accept your request so you can actually get it. Because I feel like all that is going to be able to help so many people. So in case, because look, there's a lot of stuff that you'll be able to find online about Dr. Joe Dispenza, and so you can just Google it and then just watch YouTube videos from it as well. But if you want to, get further information, I'll have a Google Drive full of his meditations and his videos and his talks and stuff like that. So make sure you guys go and check it out. I think that's what I was just gonna talk about that, right? So synchronicities have been occurring so many times throughout this last week. It's been fucking crazy. But on Saturday so Saturday was Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras, I said. No, that's an event in Nimbin. That's in April. I might actually go to that. That's like in next month. Shit. That should be good. No, so it was Mardi Gras on the weekend gone past, so on Saturday, and I went we went with my mates to Oxford Street. We walked around. We just roamed the streets for a little bit. It's pretty packed. There was no parade. I think everything was just held at the SCG. But yeah, so we went out. I was with my mate Gogs and my mate Green as well. But then Green went home, and then it was just me and Gogs. And man, we've been doing a podcast with Gogs, Young Primitives. Go check it out. Shout out Young Primitives. Um, but yeah, so I've been spending some time with him, and I started to talk to him about Joe Dispenza and about all this heart coherence stuff and being able to create your reality and be able to stepping into it and stuff like that. And oh my god! So on Saturday we went out, and I'm just trying to think what's the best way that I can talk about this, because there's a lot of stuff that's involved. So on Friday, I met with my other mate Luke as well, and he lives with three girls that I guess they'll consider themselves as, I don't think they're bi. Pretty sure they're all lesbians. And yeah, so it was me, Luke, Green, and Goran, I think, on the Friday night, and then obviously Luke started talking about that, and then Goran. I just remember Goran just talking about fuck. It would be mad to have a friend who's a lesbian, and just having mad conversations and whatnot, because it would be just like having someone that's part of the boys almost, right? So he said that, and I'm trying to think the best way to just talk about this stuff. So, and then on Saturday, sorry, and then so on Saturday we were all here at the studio together with Green as well. And in my head, I kept thinking about stuff like what Agaran was saying about that, and he also said a few other things which I guess I prefer not to mention. He said one specific thing. He's like, "Fuck, if we go out, I think this would happen, or I want this to happen." And yeah, on Saturday we went out, and randomly we ended up at Newtown. We parked the car. We did a few manies, so we walked around, and we got back to the car. We were pretty much getting ready to leave. Like it was 1 in the morning, I think, or 2 in the morning, and we were like, "Fuck it, let's just go home." So we went to the car. We were gonna smoke some weed first, and some girl just comes up to the car and just starts talking, and she's like, "Hey, can I?" Or like, Do you guys have a lighter?" And then at first we're like, "No," because she looked like a cop, man. She just gave out the vibes that she was a cop, and then we're like, "No, we don't have a lighter." And then she's like, "I can see you guys are smoking weed." And she's like, "Oh, fuck. Okay. Are you a cop?" She's like, "No, fuck no." And then I'm like, "Okay, here's the lighter." And then she came into the car. She was telling a little bit about herself. She was a Filipino that was born in Italy, but then lived in Philippines, and then went back to Italy. And then as soon as she was 16, she came down to Australia. Crazier story, but she was telling us that she was just waiting around, waiting for her friend to come through because she was going to give her keys because she was going to stay there. And she ended up coming into the car. She ended up smoking some weed with us as well. And next thing you know, then her friend is just walking past, and she calls her out. She comes over, and she turns out to be lesbian, man. And I was just like, what? I looked at Gogi, and I'm just like, what? Didn't you say you wanted a lesbian friend? And here we are. And then the other thing that he mentioned as well, that he was like, this is going to happen, eventually did happen. I don't know. Look, I'm just going to come out and say, I don't know why the fuck I am scared of me talking about it. But look, so we had some ketamine, and he said, look, by the end of the night, I'm like, I think, or I believe you're going to be giving out some K to girls. And all that actually happened. Because it was four of us in the car. We were having a good time. We were just chatting. We did some cat. We smoked some weed. They didn't actually have, lesbian friend didn't. The other girl did smoke some weed, and bro, it was just like synchronicities after synchronicities. Then we went out to eat. We grabbed a bite to eat. They ended up paying for our food. I was like, holy yes, I'm kind of broke. I don't have any money, so I'm not gonna say no to that. And I was just so grateful, man, that these people just came into our lives. And then we started driving around, and bruh, like it was just mad. It just felt like such good vibes all the way through. Marie was like, yeah, she was just like one of the boys, man. We were just having a good time. Like we would drive past some girls, and she would be like, "Oh, not bad, good choice," and it's just like, "Fuck, she's the best." Um, yeah, man, and so many synchronicities started to happen like that, and I think Goran or Gogs is kind of like converted, and hopefully starts doing the practice and the work, because I was like, bruh, like, do you see what the fuck is happening right now? Like, I feel like all this stuff is being created because, like, I've been putting the work, and he says it on my podcast two weeks ago, maybe, or last week, that he feels really happy with himself, right? And I was like, bro, I feel exactly the same. And then he was like, maybe that's why we like maybe that's why the universe brought us together again and we saw each other, because he was my mate for, I've known him for too many years, like half of my life plus. And then I hadn't seen him for 5 years. I think it was 5 or 6 years. And then 4 months ago, I just happened to run into him like outside of Bunnings, like just around the corner from here. And it's just like, holy shit. And then, you know what? I think he's right. I think because both of us love are just loving our lives so much right now that we've attracted ourselves. And then by us being heart coherent, I guess, in a sense, no, definitely, by us being, so synchronized, in harmony, in heart coherence, we've been able to create our future, and we've literally stepped into that. And that's what happened on Saturday night. Like, literally. The things that he was thinking about, he created. He created it. He not only just created it, but he created it and we stepped into it. And oh my God, fucking crazy, man. So, like I said, doing the work and seeing all the synchronicities, now I'm just like more inspired to keep doing the work, because I can keep creating my future, man, and you guys can too. It's fucking amazing. And like, I'm gonna be doing all the practices. So I'm gonna be doing the meditations. I'm gonna be, trying to get as much content in me from Joe Dispenza about doing the work. And then maybe once I've done it, like I've done heaps of work and I've, been doing the practices for a few months, or the routines for a few months. I wanna also create, I guess, like I was saying before, like, somewhat of like a Word document that I can just give to people and they can just follow through, and then they can start doing the same thing, man. Because once you're there, and once you realize of what you can create, you want everyone to know. And it all starts from loving yourself. And it all starts from loving yourself, from loving your reality, just being in a state of love. It all goes back to that. Be in a state of love and you can create your own reality as well, right? Like, from Saturday synchronicity, I started to think about it, and it reminded me of the thought that I had before, where I was reaching heart coherence with the use of psychedelics, so psilocybin at that point, and meditation to get into heart coherence, where I can create my reality, and all I need to do is just step into it. And I realized that now I am kind of using ketamine and cannabis together to put myself in a state where I can allow heart coherence. And then I can create and step into the field and create my own reality, or my future reality. And yeah, like I had that thought, I think it was just yesterday. I was like, hey, this is true. Like, I am I'm always putting in the work, and I don't know why. And I'm not saying that you guys should too. I'm not telling you guys to go out there, purchase yourself some psilocybin or some ketamine or some cannabis and just try it yourself. Like, I know that this is what works for me, and I've done this for so many years. Well, psilocybin and cannabis, I've done it for so many years. Ketamine, I've only just started experimenting probably close to a year and a half. Um, and and I guess the best way that I could explain it, with me experiencing it on ketamine, it's kind of like ketamine. It's kind of because ketamine is a disassociative. It's an anesthetic that they use on animals. So like vets will have them, even hospitals, like people would have them. I think even younger infants, because it's not as strong. It's not as strong as like anesthesia, I guess. What I was trying to get to is the way that I feel on it. It's like it's kind of stepping me back from my own body. So it's like I am almost leaving my body where I have no control. Sometimes it feels like you're walking on the cloud, like on clouds. And then when you mix it with cannabis, cannabis is trying to bring you back into your body. So when I use both of them, it's kind of like I'm getting into this state of limbo where I'm just in between, and just being there and being present, I feel like it's making me be in a loving state, which is essentially like heart coherence, where like everything is working harmoniously. So like my heart, my brain, my thoughts, everything is just positive, and I'm just, you know, I'm essentially in a field where I can create my own reality. So I just wanted to say that I guess that now I'm kind of using that stuff to experiment on those things, and I'm just gonna be open and honest, I guess, and tell you guys the truth with all that stuff, and that's what I'm doing at the moment, and it's working. somewhat of it, it's working, and then that's why I'm just talking about it, man. Man, and I think that's pretty much it that I wanted to cover. I know this is going to be like a shorter episode. It's going to be under an hour, which I actually don't mind. But essentially, that's what I've been going through the last week, man. I think I wanted to end it with stop living in the past, let that shit go, and stop stepping into your future in a way that you're creating a future for yourself. So, man, if I could, I'm trying to think, like, did I go over everything that I wanted to talk about? I know I mentioned heart coherence a lot. I know I mentioned a fair bit about Dr. Joe Dispenza. Like I said, if you want to get more information or if you want to get some, meditations or it's essentially some freebies, man, because some of this stuff that I got, you have to pay for it. But I have a link down in the description. You'll be able to get it. You'll be able to access it whenever you want. Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure I touched everything that I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about the last session that I had with Lenny last Sunday, and it kind of put me in the state where I was starting to remember, the practice. Remember Dr. Joe Dispenza. Started to remember about the field. It made me inspired to create more content so I can share it with you guys about how loving your life can change your fucking life and your future. It would just change everything for the best, man. And I touched base about, why I didn't care about clothes and material things because I just love life. So I don't literally give a shit about all those material things anymore. It's crazy. Um, Talked about stop living in the past and stop holding on to those emotions, man. You don't want to be holding on to those emotions. You want to let that shit go so you can be in a more happy and be in a more loving state. Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, amazing. You should definitely have a look at. You should definitely search him up on YouTube and just try to consume his content, man. It's fucking beautiful. Synchronicities that have been happening, and achieving heart coherence now with the use of psychedelics, and as well with the use of. I guess ketamine can also be seen as a psychedelic, so I guess it kind of works in the same. But cannabis as well, putting them both together to achieve that, it's been fucking beautiful, man. It's been fucking beautiful. And now, like I said, if I was harmoniously, yeah. So I'm pretty sure I covered everything. Yeah. I also wrote, when you love your life and you love yourself, you don't need anything else. Oof. Bars, bars. When you love your life and you love yourself, you don't need anything else. But I don't know if that's bad because sometimes because we are human beings, man. So we do need the love from others, but all the love's within us. So maybe it's facts, but maybe not, man. Maybe not. And just today, man, when the dog, I can't remember his name, man, because I feel bad saying dog, bro. I don't have any hate towards. I can't remember the name of the dog. Fucking love this. I love animals, man. Um, yeah, like, bro, like after this dog tried to bite my hat and accidentally got my face instead, everyone was just like, just straight into fear, like, oh, wash your face. I mean, it's good, right? Like, you should be, making sure that you clean your cuts and clean everything because there could be a lot of bacteria that I might get infected, man. Who knows? Maybe my eye will get infected. Maybe these cuts will get infected. No, no, I'm not gonna say that because I'm not gonna allow that to happen, man. Like, now that I know, now that I remembered all these things, especially from Dr. Joe Dispenza, I'm not gonna allow these things to happen, man. Like, it's getting that power back, which I think that's something as well that I've always wanted to teach, and the reason why I wanted to, and I think what's been fueling this thing that me wanting to teach is seeing family, seeing my mom always trust and always sending all her love to God. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but putting them as number one priority, or like putting them as the creator, the one. I guess like what all I was trying to get at was that I've seen family and especially my mom give away her power to a god, which is not wrong, but by me seeing that, I've been like, no, like, I try to remember that you have the power within you, and I guess I've been trying to tell my mom that, and now I guess I'm trying to tell everyone that now, like, don't forget. how powerful you are. Like, just remember, like, literally remember, because I know everyone knows this. Everyone knows how fucking powerful you are. Like, how powerful your mind is, how powerful your heart is. Like, man, and when you can connect both of them and they work har- harmoniously, bro, magic is going to happen. Like I said, heart coherence. That I'm going to throw that word out so many times. But put them together, oh man, and you start vibrating. It, even the state that you start feeling like, man, every morning I do this work, I do the practices, I do the routines. I wake up, I get out of bed, and I'm fucking just radiating love, man. I'm just so happy with my life that I'm just ready to go. And I know in the past, there's been fucking weeks, there's been months, there's been days where I've just been like, fuck, I don't want to get out of my bed. And I've given my power away, not remembering that I had it in me this whole time. Like, and if I have it in me, then you have it too. Like, if I can do it, why can't you do it? Do you know what I mean? If I can create my reality and then step into it, why can't you? And I guess that's the biggest lesson, hey? That's the biggest lesson that we can teach people. Show them what other people can do, or like what I can do, and then making them believe that they can do it too. Not even making them believe, just putting them right in front of their faces that this is what this person did, and you can do it too. Because once you have that realizations, once you become self-aware of the power that's within you, that's already creating all these positive things within your brain, and you're kind of leaving all these negative thoughts in the part that have been, like, all these emotions that have been attached to your DNA. Like, you can start to let that shit go, man. There's a specific word, epigenetics. I can't remember, man. When it's like when you start to impact and change your own DNA, bruh, like, that shit, crazy shit, man. And it's science, bro. It's fucking science. But yeah, like, I guess that's what I've wanted to teach, like, my mom and my family, like, do not give your power away. And I think in a way now, like, I'm so blessed to be put in this position where I've experienced, you know, I guess, cancer, going through chemotherapy. I've experienced, like, a lot mentally, physically. And at the end of the day, all I know is that if I am to love myself so much, and if I am to love my life so much, I can heal myself. And it all starts within. Like, it all starts with me. It all starts with you. Don't give your power away. And man, I'm having this realization now as I talk on the mic and, look at this camera, is that I feel like that's my path in a sense. Like, and it goes back to when I said that, when I took those 7 grams of shrooms and I was at a doof and I was telling the fucking mushroom gods, show me something, or yes, show me something I've never seen before. I've been, like, trying to create this reality ever since then, to put me in this position where I am now, where I can teach you guys, I can teach people out there, people, like, teach anyone that's listening, that, or just trying to make you remember that you have the power to heal yourself. You have the power to do fucking amazing things. And it all starts from love, man. Wow. And it's so true. Like, the way that I feel right now, the way that I feel almost every day, I still have those days when, oh no, that light died. Hopefully it's not looking too bad. Actually, give me a sec. Okay, that light is back on, but I've actually forgotten what, where, and what I was saying. And I was getting so G'd up, bro. I was like, I was just having that realization, I guess, right? Yeah, I was having that realization that everything that has happened to me in this life has led me to this point where I'm starting to, in a way, find my passion. No, my passion has always been to help people. I'm finding my own path. I'm writing my path where, man, maybe I've been put in this world to experience all that stuff and, teach and tell what I've learned from it and what I'm remembering from it. And it's all going back to, Joe Dispenza. It's all going back to tapping into the field. Wow, that was lightning. Just lights everywhere, kind of. And yeah, so just doing the work, putting in the practice, and remembering that we are powerful and we can change everything. And it all starts from love, man. It all starts from just loving yourself, loving life, loving everything, bro. Once you enter a loving field, you're gonna be able to create magic, man. And on my future podcast, I would go through more. I guess I'll go more into detail on stuff that I've been learning from Joe Dispenza's content that I'm kind of consuming, and I guess I'm gonna try to leave you guys with this. I want you I want I want you guys to even implement a bit of a routine. What's another word for routine? Man, I'm not. My brain with my memory doesn't work as well, so I'm gonna forget most of the things. But ritual is the word that I'm looking for. So set up somewhat of routines, maybe like a ritual in the morning before you get out of bed. Even when you're like, as soon as you wake up, instead of picking up your phone, just try to do this, man. Just try to go back to yourself. Try to center yourself, because as soon as we wake up, sometimes what we do is pick up our phones and go into this reactive, responsive kind of state where all we're doing was just responding to people, to emails, to messages, through the world, through everything, man. And we're giving our power away essentially ever since we wake up. So take yeah, do this in the morning as soon as you wake up, and just tell yourself that you trust and believe in yourself. Like I knew that I didn't know. Like now I know that I needed it, and I always need it. I always need to remember myself. I always need to remind myself that I trust myself, believe in myself, and that you just trust and believe in the universe, and always, always, fucking always love yourself. Man, just say those three things in the morning. I I trust and believe in myself, I trust and believe in the universe, and I love myself. I'm telling you, the more you do it, the more of a change you're gonna see in your being, the more happier you're gonna become, the more synchronicities are gonna start happening in your life, the more things that you want are gonna start to appear in your life, and you're gonna start living the best life you ever will be. Trust me on that. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you with that. I hope everyone is having a lovely day or night, whatever time it may be that you're watching or listening to this podcast. And I'm wishing lots of love and just blessings to all, man. There's no other way to say it. I feel I'm just so in love with life and everything in it that I just can't let anything affect me nowadays, man. I just feel so good. And you can feel this good too. Just do the work, man. All right, I'll catch you guys next week. Love you guys.